Today we're going to focus on writing an equation from a slope and 1 point. So what we need to recognize is that this is the format of our linear equation. So we have an m, which is our slope, and I like to think m for move or mountain because we're climbing. And we have b for beginning, and that is our y-intercept. And we need these two things in order to write an equation. We need a slope and we need a y-intercept. And so I'm going to draw you a mini graph. Okay. And I'm going to draw you a line. And I'm going to label my axes. This is x and this is y. Now, right here, that's our b. And I should make that arrow better so it's easier to see. That's b. That's where our graph begins. And this is our slope. This is m, or how our graph goes up. So we need these two pieces. So I'm going to give you an example. So I'm going to give you the points -3, -2. And I'm going to give you the slope equals 2. Okay? This is the information we have that we're going to use to write our equation. Okay. So, we're going to write down the format. Remember, y equals mx plus b. And we're going to label everything that we have. So, -3 is an x value, and -2 is a y value, because when we write points, we write x first, then y. And then the slope, that's an m. And so when I do this, I say x, y, m, and b. So I have an x value, x equals -3. I have a y value, y equals -2. I have an m value, m equals 2. And the only thing I'm missing is my b value. I don't know what that is. Now, I'm also going to tell you, see how it says y equals mx plus b? You can also write it like this. mx plus b equals y. They mean the same thing. Sometimes people think this is easier to look at than this is. So let's fill in our information. So the very first thing we need is y. So I'm going to do it both ways. So this way, this side is going to be y equals mx plus b, and this side is going to be mx plus b equals y. And I'm going to just draw a line in between them. Okay. So over here, the first thing we need is our y. So y, -2. And then we have our equal sign. And then we have m, that's 2. And when we have two letters next to each other in math, that means to multiply. So we have a 2 and a -3, and then plus b. And over here, the very first thing we have is m, so we have 2. And then we have our x value, that was -3, times -3, plus b equals, and then we have our y value, that was -2. Okay. So you can decide which one you would rather write, which one works best for you. So over here, I'm going to say -2 equals, and now this is the time when you can use a calculator. So 2 times -3 is -6 plus b. And over here, I'm going to do 2 times -3, that's -6, plus b equals -2. Okay, so we're solving a one-step equation right now. Because this is negative, I'm going to add 6 to both sides of my equation. And the reason I'm going to add 6 is because when I add -6 and +6, I get 0. -6, +6, 0. -2 plus 6 is +4. So 4 equals 0 plus b. 0 plus b equals -2 plus 6 is +4. Well, 0 plus anything is what it is. So in this case, b equals 4, and over here, b equals 4. So no matter what, b equals 4. So when I write my equation, I'm going to say y equals 2x plus 4. And I'll do the same over here. Y equals 2x plus 4. Okay. We're going to try some more. So I'm going to move this down, and we're going to try a new problem. This time, we're going to try a problem that has, let's see, the points are 3 and 5, and the slope is 2. Okay, and I'm going to write down all my information, so I'm going to say y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to label x, y, and m. And then I'm going to write it down again. X equals, y equals, m equals, b equals. So my x is 3, because that's my first coordinate point. My y is 5. My m is 2, and I don't have a b, so question mark. And so remember, we can also write this as mx plus b equals y, whichever one works best for you. Okay. So on this side, we're going to do y equals mx plus b. And on this side, we're going to do mx plus b equals y. Remember, these two are the same thing, so you're just picking which one is easier for you to work with. So over here, y is first, so 5 equals m, that's 2, times 3 plus b. And over here, we'll do the same thing. My m was 2 times 3 plus b equals 5. Okay. 5 equals 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus b. 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 plus b equals 5. I need to get b all by itself, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides of my equation. 6 minus 6 is 0, so this is 0 plus b. 5 minus 6 is -1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 0 plus b. 5 minus 6 is -1. Okay. So that means b equals negative 1. And when I write my equation, I'm going to say y equals 2, that was my slope, x minus 1. Y equals, 2x minus 1 equals y. Okay? We'll do one more example. So I'm going to turn the page. And remember, I'm going to give you the points 2 and 2. And we're going to have a slope of 3. And we're going to write down what we need. So y equals mx plus b. Or you can do mx plus b equals y. And we're going to label x, y, and m. X, y, m, b. Okay. X equals 2. Y equals 2. M equals 3, and b we don't know. This side we'll do y equals mx plus b. And this side we'll do mx plus b equals y. Okay. 2 equals, that's my y value, 3, that's my m, times 2, that's my x, plus b. Okay. Over here, 3 times 2 plus b equals 2. Okay. 2 equals 6 plus b. 6 plus b equals 2. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. This will equal 0. This will equal 0. 0 plus b. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. So negative 4 equals 0 plus b. 0 plus b equals 2 minus 6 is negative 4. So that means b equals negative 4 and b equals negative 4. And so when I write my equation, I'm going to say y equals 3x minus 4, or 3x minus 4 equals y.